Sorry. Hello. I'm Jessica.
I'm Dee Dee.
And we are Spot 27. And we are coming to you about this recent video with this police officer who has been extremely aggressive with this teenage girl.
I did want to say, just before we even get started, that I really do love police officers. You know, generally police officers are the first ones that arrive on the scene during a civil, dispute, issue, whatever. And I appreciate what you guys do in keeping us safe. But as Jessica said, this situation was over the top aggressive.
It was. And so there are just a couple of points that we want to cover in here. First of all, the obvious, which was he was extremely aggressive. There were other cops on the scene, and they seemed to have everything under control. They seemed to be very calm and in control of the situation.
Right.
So the over-aggressiveness, the fact that, one of my main points is that I think there has to be a point when we start to teach our children, or there has to be a way we have to make them understand that they cannot say whatever they want to say,
right,
and have no repercussions for it. So if you watch the video, you heard and saw a lot of that.
And that's not to excuse the behavior of the police officer,
correct,
or to say that you live in fear so you behave this way. But if there is an authority figure, you give them the respect that is due them because they are the authority figure. Regardless of how you feel about the situation, you go through the proper channels.
Correct. Okay. Absolutely. So in case you don't know what's going on, or you haven't watched the video, it's a pool party going on in Texas, some adolescents or what have you. One of the girls in the neighborhood, her parents are throwing this party. Lots of kids at this party. Lots of kids at this party. Somehow an altercation breaks loose. One of the neighbors calls the cops. The cops come out, try to rectify the situation, and then things got out of hand, and it just kind of escalates from there. And his force with this young girl was excessive. My issue with it is that the young lady was already walking away. She was about a couple of feet. She was about a couple feet away, and he runs after her, picks her up, drags her back, and then throws her on the ground.
Little anime situation there.
Right.
But first of all, let's just talk about in the beginning of the video. I'll take that. Okay. In the beginning of the video, this man does this tuck. How did we miss the tuck and roll?
Tuck and roll.
Arnold Schwarzenegger needs to be calling this guy for his next film. He legitimately, I think he was trying to play off his trip, but the way he did it, you would have thought bullets was flying. He was in East LA somewhere. The kids was throwing sunblock or towels. He was literally tuck and roll, and it was crazy.
Could you be serious?
I tried to be serious. I just thought we had to give him some credit because that was some really good action there.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a really good tuck and roll.
Awesome. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
I digress. So, the way that he was, getting back to what Jess was saying, the way that he was dragging her by the hair, kind of throwing her down, mushing her head, it was really over the top. And again, the girl was away. She was kind of walking away. Do you feel that he was trying to teach her a lesson?
And you know what? Unfortunately, sir, that's not your lesson to teach, or if you want to teach it, that's just not the way to do it. You can't go grab somebody's kid
right
when they're walking away from you. And Dee Dee and I had this conversation, what if that was one of our children and you had to watch that on the news? You had to watch that on TV. Watch this man with his knee and all of his weight in your daughter's back.
If he wanted to apprehend her, he easily could have done it. He was bigger than her. He was kind of like slinging her around like a rag doll anyway. So he could have easily put some cuffs on her, called for backup to put the cuffs on her, whatever he felt like he needed to do. We've already done enough with the face down arrests, and that was with a much larger man. So I don't see how that was warranted in this particular situation.
So at the end of the day, our point is, police, we know that you have a tough job. We're not giving, anybody else any slack about that. We understand that your job is hard, but there has to be a proper way to go about doing these things. There has to be. And then, we as parents have the responsibility to teach our children to respect authority.
That's right.
Period. period. So thanks for your comments. You can comment on this video if you want to on the blog or the YouTube channel or Facebook. There's several options.
Love it.
And just let us know what you think about it.
Awesome.
All right.
Bye.